We're going to start and have a look at Google Earth today. First of all, we need to find out how to load it. So what we need to do is tap the home screen here and drag down, and you get a little dialog box at the top where you can type in Earth, and then if you press the Enter key, it will go and look up Google Earth, and there it is, this entry at the top with a little icon next to it. So if I tap on that, it will open up Google Earth and we can start to use it. There we've got the continent of Africa. And if I put my finger on it, I can move it from left to right so the Earth can rotate with my finger doing the work. Now if we twist things round by using two fingers, we sometimes can get the Earth upside down and things can look very strange. But at the bottom left hand side there's a little compass arrow, and that lets us put, by tapping on it, it lets us rotate the Earth to the right direction, or the direction which we are most used to seeing it. Now I can rotate this and I can find the United Kingdom, Great Britain, in the middle, and you can see Europe, and if I put two fingers on and stretch them apart, we can zoom in onto the United Kingdom. Now I need to just check that the settings for this are right so that it displays the right number of information on the screen. So I need to click on the stripes, the three stripes at the top left, which gives me access to more menu options. So I just tap that, and I want to look at map style, and I just need to check that that's set to exploration. We can have clean, which doesn't give any labels at all. Exploration gives us that number, and everything gives us a lot more when we zoom in closely. So I just want exploration, and I'll click on the back arrow. Now I'm going to zoom in on England, and you can start to see that we get some roads appear. Now those are all the motorways. And as I continue to zoom in, you'll see that we get more and more information. We can now see that we've got Birmingham there. And we're going to try and find Cheswick Green. Cheswick Green's near Birmingham, so I'm going to carry on zooming in. And you can see we've now got Solihull. So I'll put Solihull in the middle of the screen and I'll zoom in. And now you can see that next to Solihull on the left we've got Shirley. Cheswick Green is near Shirley, so I'll put Shirley in the middle of the screen and I'll carry zooming in with two fingers, dragging out. And you can see towards the bottom of the screen it says Cheswick Green, so we've got Cheswick Green there. And we can carry on doing this, and we can zoom in, and eventually we'll get labels appearing that says the school. So there is the school, and I can zoom in to the school. Now that's a view from above. We can explore this in different ways. If you look at the bottom left hand side of the screen, it says 3D. That means go to a 3D version of the school. If I tap that, we've got a view of the school, and we can see it from above, and we can rotate around by twisting it with two fingers, and we can see it all the way around the school, and we can see the whole of Cheswick Green. So we can now zoom in on the school, and I can get back to the previous view by tapping on 2D that now appears at the left hand side of the screen. So that 2D is an aerial view, and I can tap the compass just to get it lined up in the usual way. Now what I'm going to do is to try something called Street View, and that's by clicking on this little person on the left hand side towards the bottom. Tap on that and it will take us into what's called Street View, and it says tap a location highlighted in blue to enter Street View. And as you can see, we've got a road at the bottom left hand side of the screen. I just tapped on that and it's entered Street View. So there we go, there's part of Cheswick Way, and if I drag along the top of the screen to the left, I can go back and press the arrows and we can go back to the school. So we can go right outside the school, where we can start to do the little task that I want you to do. So I can now see there's a school, and directly opposite the school is the pavement, and I'm going to go to the shops. So we can press the right arrow and that will take me towards the shops, and I can move around and we can see where I want to go. Now I can keep on tapping this white arrow and it moves a little bit at a time, but if I do a double tap, say where that white car is, we can move much more quickly. So there's a double tap, and we do another double tap, and we can get very quickly to where I'm going to go, which I'm looking for the shops. Okay, now we've reached the shops. I'm going to just tap at the top left hand side of the screen, and we get an aerial view, and in the middle are the shops. So there's the shops, and I'm going to now try and find out how far it is from the shops back to the school. So I need to tap the measuring tool, which is the little ruler on the left hand side, and it gives us a little box at the bottom and it says add a point. Well, the point is in the middle of the screen. Can you see that little circle? I'm moving the picture by dragging it with my finger. I'm going to put that outside the shops, and then I'm going to click on add a point at the bottom of the screen, and that's my measuring tool. And as I move, I leave a little trail behind me, and each time I tap on add a point, it'll add the distances up. So I cross the road, add another point, and we can go all the way to the school by adding a point each time there's a change in direction. Now we are outside the school, and then we're going to the school playground, and we've got a distance of 744 metres. And I'll add a point, and you can see that's the final position. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom out, and you can see that we've got a little line, and that little line shows the route that we've taken to school. I'm just going to... Now it's actually trying to measure the distance to the centre of the picture, but I want that whole picture keeping. Now the way I can take a snapshot of that picture is by holding the home button, or rather pressing the home button the same time that I press the on-off button. And this is something that's not easy to do because you have to do them both together. If you get it wrong, you can turn off the computer, but it doesn't matter. Well, you just lose your work. But let's just try and press both of them together. 1, 2, 3, now. And you can see there's a little flash, and there's a picture at the bottom left-hand screen, and that's a picture of the whole screen, and it's been saved. So I've now saved a picture of the screen. So what I'd like you to do is to see if you can find from the school gates, as I did, and see if you can find your home or that of a friend who lives perhaps closer to the school than you do, and see if you can measure the distance as I've done. And then take a snapshot of it so it'll be saved.